Hi, I'm Chris Bevins. I'm from El Paso, Texas, and I'm interested in helping creative people network and work together on interesting things. Well, it's called Glasbox, and it's a community. We've got about 100 plus people of every sort and description that you can imagine, creative types, dancers, musicians, artists, of course, sculptors, painters. We have an architect, we have people who run businesses out of here. And basically my interest is in the spaces between autonomous artists or autonomous creative individuals. My background is in art, and probably that's the closest thing to my medium, is the space between other human beings. I like to create a platform for people to work with each other toward common goals that are interesting to them, more or less at will. And they can work with each other for a time, they can step away, they can go into their studios, they can come out and mingle in the common spaces. We have a gallery, we show films, we have experimental theater going on, dance troupes, all of this sort of thing. And my interest really is in creating the best possible environment for the work to be done. It's not so much about the finished product, it's more about people understanding others' creative processes, making a space that's safe to make mistakes and to learn what works and what doesn't work. And that's my interest in all of this.
I've always had, that craving to be creative, to paint, to draw, to just express myself. Born and raised here in El Paso, Texas, wasn't a lot of opportunity for visual artists to do that. I left El Paso because of that. There's just not a lot of opportunity for artists here to be creative. There was no space, there was no gallery that would show any emerging artists' work. The Glasbox is unique because it has put something here in El Paso. It has put a gallery space that is now respected in the community as a gallery in its own right. Not only is a creative space to create art, but it's a very diverse place where people can come together and bounce off each other, which is a really unique thing for, I think, this city. I've lived in other larger cities that have co-ops and artistic buildings that allow artists the freedom to create. So Kat and Chris have, I think, in my opinion, are really great assets to the city.
We started this 14 years ago. That time frame roughly corresponded to when I joined the El Paso Fire Department. The beginning of it was a resource sharing operation with 4 or 5 sculptors, and we shared rent and we shared tools and things like that. And we've moved 5 times, each time to a bigger location, picked up more artists of different sorts. And this is by far and away the biggest one. The first one was 2,500 square feet with 5 people, and this one's 25,000 square feet with over 100.
I think the space, the Glasbox, has helped me creatively. I've met different artists, I've met dancers, I've met in any creative genre that you can think of. And we all kind of feed off each other. For myself, it's been very therapeutic, and it's helped me kind of evolve as an artist.
Most people want to do something that has some kind of effect, some kind of a good effect, and we're all, to a degree, looking for the for the most effective way to make the best change, because we can all easily recognize that there's a lot about the world we share that is not so great. So I've done a lot of things that I think were beneficial on that level. For instance, working in the fire department, I think it's a noble profession. But I think that I can do more for the community at large in this capacity, focusing all of my energy here, than I could splitting my time between the two, which is why I have retired as of this year after 15 years. And the interest for me is the community. It's about realizing that the answers that we come to as a group are not necessarily always better, but if we understand each other, we can maximize the answers that we do come to more effectively. And I think that at the end of the day, the separation that exists between us is something we can't get away from, which makes it all the more important to maximize what happens in the space between us.